Welcome, outstanding, open-minded Ophiuchus. It is Sachi, and we are here to do some shamanic shifting where we look into your current energy, we look into what your goal is, and then we look into how to take your current goal and transmute it in, to take your current energy and transmute it into your goal. So a couple announcements before we begin. I'm now doing my readings on YouTube where I'm not constrained to that 15-minute time limit. So if you are here from Instagram, just know that my readings are going to be on YouTube from now on. If you have been watching from YouTube, nothing's really changing, except you'll notice that my readings are going to be a little bit longer. The 15-minute time limit that IG had just makes me feel rushed, and I don't really like feeling rushed, especially when it comes to something as important as spiritual alignment. The second announcement is my books have reopened. For almost 2 months they were closed, and I'm going to have to close them again because I've had an overwhelming amount of orders, which I'm very, very thankful for. Thank you guys for all of your support. So by the time that I post this, which will probably be on the 16th of September, my books are going to close on the following Monday, which is the 19th, I believe. So if you are seeing this and you want to book with me, now would be the time to do so. And let's see, is there any other announcements? I don't think so, but just a friendly reminder that the top 2 videos with the most likes do get a bonus reading. And additionally, whoever comes in first, so whichever video has the most likes, gets the extended for free. If you're not already a member, you can sign up on my website. Eagle members and Phoenix members get access to all extendeds, as well as everything else that my website has to offer. Scorpion is only the musings page. So, and the musings page has up-to-date astrological transits, and so on, and some different types of articles will be coming in the future. But anyway, all right, Ophiuchus, let's head into it, shall we? This is what came out in the cleansing ceremony. We had Justice in reverse, Queen of Cups in reverse, Ten of Wands, Strength in reverse, and Moon in reverse. So this is telling me that, you know, there is some sort of situation that has been very unjust. It could be a legal problem that you're dealing with, but more so I feel like it's the energy that you were putting into something. What you were getting out of it wasn't nearly close to equal that it should be. You know, not everything has to be completely balanced all the time, but it just feels like you were giving, and not really receiving much in return at all. This could be in a particular relationship because Justice is Libra energy. Libra is one-on-one relationship, romantic or platonic. We have the Queen of Cups in reverse. This is telling me that it caused your divine feminine energy as it relates to your emotional body to really be out of kilter. When the Queen of Cups is upright, it represents being able to maintain emotional composure. So in reverse, it feels like you may have had some emotional, you know, episodes, or really not feeling like you have control over your emotions. With the Ten of Wands here, it seems like this became a very big burden, so much so that you really weren't able to see where you were going. This could be, you know, like overworking, putting too many things on your plate, and so on. And then we had Strength in reverse and Moon in reverse, which is basically telling me that this situation has drained you of your strength, that maybe you're not feeling, or, you know, this situation made you feel that you weren't as strong as you really are. It definitely, you know, your ego took a blow because of it. And with the Moon in reverse, it looks like all of these subconscious, you know, things are really coming to surface and can no longer hide. We have Hitmonchan using Mock Cross. So this is telling me that there's a lot of fighting energy, and really someone crossed you in a very bad way. Again, like you're recognizing that things are not balanced in whatever you have dealt with. And as you can see, Hitmonchan is, you know, preparing for the fight, and Hitmonlee is in the background doing the same. So there's a lot of fighting energy. And with Flabebe using Wish in reverse, it is telling me that your wish is changing. A wish regarding a certain soulmate, or maybe what you're looking for in a certain type of soul contract, is changing. You're no longer wishing for the same things. So, Ophiuchus, that is what came out in the cleansing ceremony. So, like I said, what we are going to do is take a look at what your current energy is. We will take a look at what your goal is, and then we'll look at how to take your current energy and transmute it into your goal. So, whoop, Okay, wow. All right. Well, the Queen of Cups wants to come out stuck. So it feels like you've been stuck in a very emotional situation for quite a long time. Your divine feminine energy, so your, the unseen aspect of your emotional body is quite stuck in regards to this. And it feels like it's kind of stuck in that, inability to maintain composure, but really try. It's like the more you try to maintain your composure emotionally, the more it looks like you actually aren't maintaining your composure. It's very hard to put my finger on it, but that's how it feels. So let me just drink some water. All right, let's see, Ophiuchus, what's going on in your current energy here? Yeah, strength in reverse. I'm very sorry to hear that, sweetheart. Strength in reverse can represent, again, something is taking your power away, or, the other way to look at it is that you're giving your power to this situation. When strength is in reverse, again, it can indicate a big ego blow, and this can be because, our sense of self, right? Our ego and our sense of self are almost the same thing, right? And, when our sense of self is so enmeshed in a situation where we give our power away, it makes it hard for us to actually have autonomy or have our sense of self or feel, our true inner strength here. So with that coming out in reverse, ooh, 5 of Swords. Yeah. You're definitely kind of feeling weak at the moment, but you're not weak. I'm going to give you that reminder. With the 5 of Swords, it looks like there was some sort of disagreement, argument, where someone was a winner and someone was a loser, basically is what I'm getting. And it's like, again, we saw that mock cross energy. There's so much fighting energy, and the 5 of Swords is, fighting with words, fighting with, mentality, fighting with even psychic communication. And it's just not a good energy. It's like when you go into a conversation with someone, you want to exchange ideas or come to a certain understanding. Whereas this situation seems to constantly be a fight of someone needing to be the winner and someone needing to be the loser. And that is what is just absolutely draining you here. Let's see, what's the shadow? It wanted to hit the 5 of Swords, but it's trying to, stay down. So this is telling me it's more in your subconscious. We have Rufflet using reckless charge in reverse. So I feel like you weren't reckless with this, right? Rufflet is bird spirit. Bird spirit is this, air energy. So communication. You were trying not to be reckless. I feel like you didn't charge at them and be reckless. I'm hearing but, ... But I feel like when it came, you weren't reckless with the charge, but when it came down to it, it still kind of brought out kind of a nasty side is what I'm hearing. Like, you're totally willing to fight. You know what I mean? It's not like you backed down or walked away, right? If you walked away, you would have held on to your power. You didn't recklessly start it or charge at them. They charged at you and you engaged is what I'm getting. Like you let them bring out the monster in you is what I'm hearing. It says they will challenge anything, even strong opponents, without fear. Their frequent fights help them to become stronger. Yeah, again, it's like you have no fear about taking on challenges, even if it makes you feel weak by the end of it, even if it's draining. You're giving your power to this fighting energy. And it's because you're not afraid of fighting, right? But it also says, the frequent fights help them to become stronger. So you have this sort of mentality, and it feels like, again, a subconscious thing of like, well, the more that I fight about this, the stronger my conviction will be, or maybe the stronger our connection will be. If you've, grown up in a household where the only way people connected was through chaos or something like that, and it's like, okay, I saw my parents fight all the time and they stayed together. So if I fight with this person, it means that we're, attached or something. Very, very deep subconscious energy I'm picking up here, Ophiuchus. But the truth is, again, we see strength in reverse. This actually isn't making you stronger. This is actually making you weaker. So let's see, what's the shadow here? Coming out stuck. Yeah, we have dark type, scratch, and nasty plot. So what's coming out is dark energy within the shadow. So again, a lot of shadow energy that's stuck in the darkness that needs to come to light, which we see you know, the light ended up being a lot of subconscious stuff. So you're kind of working on your subconscious shadow programming anyway. Zorua using scratch and nasty plot, like part of the shadow aspect is like, oh, it hurts, but it only hurts a little, right? It's like, it's just a scratch sort of thing. It's like, yeah, it's just a scratch, but if you're constantly in the Five of Swords, your entire body would be scratched. You know what I mean? And then that would look very, well, you'd look mutilated, straight up, you know? And with nasty plot, it looks like, again, there is this energy of like, how do I get back at them? How do I get back and be the winner? How do I go back to this, you know, and start fighting about this again? So there is this like plotting to do it again. Again, you're not going to be the one to recklessly start it, but once it starts it, it's like you feel like you need to finish it. It says it changes so that it looks just like a foe, tricks it, and then uses the opportunity to flee. So it does talk about, you know, looking different and stuff. There's a lot of sort of deception energy and using that opportunity to flee. So I definitely feel like there is some abandonment wound here and, you know, false sense of self, you know, false ego here. You know, your sense of self should not be derived by winning an argument with someone. You know, your sense of self is much more beautiful and bright than anything so minuscule and problematic. All right, let's see what your goal is here, Ophiuchus. And I don't mean that to be rude in any sort of way. You know, you know, compared to a lot of your other reasons, a lot of your other readings, Ophiuchus, this kind of feels a little bit petty. I'm surprised that you're engaging with this, but there must be a really important reason. Let's see what your goal is here. I'm hearing like you want to demolish them. Okay, well, let's see. What's your goal that is for your greatest good? Let's just do that, okay? Yeah, we have the Four of Wands. So what you actually want is union. What you actually want is a partner that there isn't really fighting, right? The Four of Wands, this is two people who are in harmonious union. These are two people who are, you know, they're going through one set of wands and going out another. And this can represent a portal. Once they go through this, they are no longer, you know, just individuals. They decide to be a couple. This could be in business. This could be in romance. This could be in friendship or anything. But it's, you know, all about merriment, celebration, joy, all the finer things when it comes to partnership. These two people are committed to building things together with their Kundalini. Four of Wands is also my card of twin flame union. You know, two twin flames that are in union. So it seems like what you actually want is to be with someone in a very, you know, committed type way, where you're building together in a harmonious union. And that's not going to happen from constantly fighting with people, giving your power away, you know, people making you feel not strong or feeling like the way you get your strength is by showing someone up or putting them down. Let's see what's the light energy here. We have Care Blast using Takedown, Drizzle using Wave Splash, and then in the subconscious we have Meowth, Exhausted Tackle. So yeah, you know, the union should not exhaust you, straight up, okay? I don't know, you know, what kind of programming you went through. It could be your caregivers. It could be societally when, you know, we watch a bunch of shows of people who are always fighting and they get back together or whatever. But, you know, true union of being able to build something beautiful together, whether that's a marriage or a business or a creative project, whatever it may be, or even just a friendship, it should not exhaust you at all, okay? Meowth is also the money cat. So I feel like in terms of finances or something that you're trying to build, you can't take care of your finances in a proper way if you're chronically being exhausted by someone or something. It says adores round objects. It wanders the streets on a nightly basis to look for drop loose change. So it seems like another thing that you want to do is to find a way to make more money. Kind of like I'm getting like side hustle sort of thing, like finding drop loose change on the ground, right? Just like different ways to increase your financial, I'm hearing standard, but I'm also feeling like your financial abundance. And And, you know, something that I always like to say is one time I was Pokemon going with a couple of friends of mine, and one of them found a $100 bill on the ground. Okay, money can fall in your lap anytime. Just be open to receiving, right? We have Care Blast using Takedown and Drizzle using Wave Splash. So it seems like, again, it's like you want to be in union, but your heart chakra needs to be sort of taken down a notch. And I don't mean that in lowering its vibration, but your heart chakra, I'm hearing, is just in so much pain that, you know, it's used to thinking that fighting is love, that fighting is taking the other person down and sort of subduing them, or them trying to subdue you. It's like being in a wrestling match energetically with a partner. That's not what they're doing here. You know what I mean? It's a beautiful dance when you're in a partnership. It's not a battle. So I feel like part of it is learning, you know, how to have a harmonious relationship in general, how to have someone that's on your side instead of fighting with them consistently. But it's time to take that energy down a notch of constantly feeling like you need to fight something, especially with Drizzle using Wave Splash, especially when all of these waters come, right? We saw with the Queen of Cups, like the emotionality of the situation. When that Wave Splash comes in, you need to learn how to drizzle, how to just sort of let a little bit of emotion out instead of, you know, exploding at X, Y, and Z. It says these mysterious Pokemon evolve when they receive electrical stimulation while they are in the same place as Shelmet. So Shelmet is a different species Pokemon, but when they are together, they receive that electrical stimulation, which I take as like DNA upgrades, like nervous system / calm system upgrades. And so I feel like, you know, that's the kind of union that you want, whether it's friends, lovers, you know, business partners, whatever, is that when you're with them, you want to evolve, right? You want to raise your vibration. You want to ascend. You want to get to that next step in life. But you can't if you're just chronically fighting with people. You know, it's going to keep you on that same level instead of helping you, you know, go through this portal of partnership. It says a clever combatant. This Pokemon battles using water balloons created with moisture secreted from its palms. So this is talking about, you know, being clever and using water as a weapon, basically, which I take as, you know, emotions being used as a weapon. So again, it's like you need to take that energy down a notch of not using emotions as weapons, of understanding, you know, when that energy arises, it's like, you know, both of you being like, hey, we're going into this, you know, arguing, and we're going to come out like together still. You know what I mean? It's not that, you know, harmonious partnerships are all la-di-da-di-do. There's a lot of disagreement in healthy partnerships, but it's about constructively going through them. And again, as a team, it's like you and me versus the problem, not you versus me. So again, it's time to be around people where you're evolving, not where you're getting stuck and having your energy drained. Again, it's like evolve, don't battle, you know? Let's see what's the shadow here. Meowth using stall. So it seems like, yeah, you're aware of this, but you're stalling. Okay, and you can't stall for too long here, Ophiuchus. This is a timely matter, is what I'm hearing, because whatever you are trying to grow here, it can die, okay? Look at Meowth looking at the flower. It's like, oh, he didn't give it the proper amount of water. Oh, he didn't let it, or actually, I'm hearing it's too much water. It's like just water, 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 giving it emotion, emotion, emotion. It didn't have any time to dry out. It's not getting the nutrients it needs. It's not getting the sunlight that it needs. You're just drowning this plant, and then, oh no, it's too late. Now it's gone, you know? So it's important that you not stall, right? One thing is, it's not like you wake up one day, you decide to be this way, and la-di-da-di-do, it's over. No, this is something that you have to commit to. This is something that's going to take time. This is something that's going to take very healthy communication of being like, hey, I know that I use emotions as weapons. Or, hey, I've noticed that you do that as well. We are, you know, constantly using, you know, emotions as weapons against each other. And it's time to stop doing that. It's time to take it down a notch. It's time to decide that we're going to go through this together and we're going to get out of it and be in harmonious union, because we deserve better. We deserve to use our energy to build the life that we want instead of cutting each other down. And it says the same thing, adores round objects and wants to treat them on a nightly basis to look for drop loose change. So I feel like, again, part of this is that once you are both on the same page about stuff, like more money is going to be coming into your life pretty easily too. All right, so like I said, we're going to take your current energy and look how to transmute it into whatever your manifestation goal is. Let's see what Mother Moon would like to say to bring us into the extended. We have expect powerful change in reverse with the new moon eclipse. Yeah, what I'm getting is you can't just expect change to happen. You have to make it happen. You have to do the thing in order to make this happen. I'm getting... All right, let's see what the romance angels want to say. Heart-to-heart conversations. Yeah, honestly discuss your feelings with each other. Exactly. This change, you can't just expect it to happen. You have to have a heart-to-heart with each other. And again, it's bringing your heart down a notch. And I don't mean that in lowering the vibration. It's like, you know, when you get in a super, you know, fight or whatever, what's happening? Your heart is really pumping, right? Your nervous system is in a trauma response. You know, it's the adrenaline is going, and, you know, either you're fighting, you're flighting, right? Fleeing, you're fawning, or you're freezing. And it seems like you're in fight mode, right? It seems like both of you go into fight mode. And so, or I'm hearing for some of you, the other person doesn't go into fight mode. They go into freeze and you just sort of beat them up, or vice versa. And again, it's about like when that happens, do some breathing exercises together. You know, put your hand on their heart. They put, you know, their hand on your heart, and you just sit there, even if you're angry, even if whatever, and you both breathe together and co-regulate until, you know, your hearts are, again, taken down a notch, that it's not like, fight, 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 you know? So I definitely feel like some, you know, bio-relaxation before going into these types of heart-to-heart conversations, making sure that your heart is calm, that your heart is open to the vibration of love and, you know, that Four of Wands, true harmonious partnership. And that's the way that you want to start this stuff. So I think that's a good way to go ahead and head into the extended. If you'd like to follow me there, the link is in the description box below. If we part ways here, good luck with the situation, and I am sending you so much love.